Hello and welcome along to another Where's My KitBag podcast featuring your three lovely media technicians of the Sixth Form College Farnborough. It's me, James.
It's me, Steve.
It's me, Carolina.
And we have a special guest in the room. Special guest, who are you?
Hello, I'm Sam.
Hello.
Nice to meet you all.
Hello, I'm Sam.
Hello.
For those that don't know, obviously, this is episode 100 of the podcast. Yeah! There we go. Nice. I found the right button. And obviously we thought, A, we need to get more guests on the podcast, and B, we thought, why not start with episode 100? Yay. So, Sam, introduce yourself. Who are you, and what job do you do at the college?
So my name's Sam. I work in the college's executive office as the marketing manager. So you will have seen some of my work, hopefully, on the college's social media channels and on our website and our prospectus as well. So,
nice.
Yeah. That's me.
What a fun job.
It is fun, very creative.
Secretly, though, you just run the college, though.
Yes.
So Sam will be with us the entire pod, so you can feel free to throw anything in the ring that you like. Mm-hmm. I mean, Steve, there is one question that I know we haven't asked Carolina on the podcast either.
I know where you're going with this.
Do it.
Okay,
do
right.
it. Release.
We'll start with
Release
Sam
the question.
and go to Carolina so you can have some time to think. So, this is stolen from another podcast that I listened to many years ago, but we've asked every guest this. You can pick any store, but what is your go-to meal deal? Pick anything.
Ooh.
What would you pick?
As your main, your drink, and
a
then your snack.
Yes.
Oh.
Some people have gone outside the box, but,
Yeah.
We'll leave that with you. You don't have to answer now if you don't want to. We can come back at the end of the show if you want to think about it. But that is our question to you both.
There you go. On the spot question.
I know my drink
Oh.
already.
Oh. Do we want it all in one go?
I'm going to drip feed it throughout.
Yeah. We'll take your drinks order now.
I'm curious of how confident you are with the drink.
Yeah. Drink. Yeah. Easy.
What is it?
Diet Coke with lime.
Ooh. The lime.
As in lime flavoured, or there has to be a lime put on?
It's yes. When I go into BP, I say
I'd like a lime on the Coke, you nut.
Yeah. Under the lid, lime on top. No, they do the Diet Coke with lime. Have you guys seen it? It's like a green,
yeah,
the green
it's
label.
got the little green thing
yeah.
on top of it. Yeah.
So refreshing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That's
a
strong
strong for
start.
the snack and the main.
That's a strong
But
start.
snack and main. That's hard because it depends what mood you're in.
Oh, very true.
It
You know
does.
what? We'll see if you've thought of it after Steve talks about the news.
Okay.
Why isn't it playing? There it is. I did click it, I swear.
That's never happened.
I know.
Why not until episode 100?
Exactly. All the problems are going to happen now. Everything's just going to crash, burn, etc. Steve, talk to us about your glorious news of this week.
Okay. So I decided to throw it back a little bit, only because it's somewhat current, but we decided to pick Detective Pikachu, mainly because I found an image that was 6,000 pixels large, hence why Pikachu looks crystal clear.
You love big pixels.
I do love big pixels, because most images I work with are like 700 to 1,000 pixels, and they suck, and it's blurry. This one, 6,000, you could see every hair on Pikachu's
He looks
tail.
fluffy.
Absolutely, which is great. I then do my normal thing, is I then Google the font, and funny enough, I think Pokemon's quite a popular thing across the world. So there are many. Never have thought.
Heard of it.
So finding the Pokemon font as TechNet is written is good. And
well,
then apparently,
would you like to know a fun fact about Pokemon?
Please do.
It is it's got like the highest like retail value of any franchise ever.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it is the most profitable franchise in the world.
Even with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Yeah, even with Ryan Reynolds as a little furry yellow man.
Yeah. I still haven't actually seen it.
Have you not?
It is more of an incentive to watch it. I do that. I put things on the newsletter knowing I'm going to watch them soon.
To be fair, I did quite enjoy it.
I've heard it's very good.
It's good.
But the reason it's on there is because it's now on Netflix. That's why it's on there. So it is like a new release just on a streaming service. So that's why we kind of snuck it into the newsletter. If you scroll down for me, that would be very kind of you. We're going on the YouTube features, so we kind of throw something creative at the students to kind of show them something that they could subscribe to on YouTube, and we kind of do a student discount of some kind to the BFI player, which, if I'm brutally honest, I didn't know a BFI player even existed. But apparently it's quite cool. So there's loads of content on there that you can invest in, and apparently down to £25 apparently is a steal. So do feel free to check that out.
Per month or per year?
I don't know.
If that's per year, That is,
I believe it is per
bargain
year.
city.
And then one of the things that we actually haven't done before is we just put in an article. Again, this is something that Dan sent me about how somebody made $5,000, made a $5,000 film, and got it on Amazon Prime. And it was all through, as it says on the bottom, Ryan Silver just wanted to write his first screenplay. That was the main concept of how the idea materialized. They made the film. It's now actually on Amazon Prime. The less I say, the better, because it says click here to read the article. But he goes into a lot of detail about his journey and how it all materialized. And yeah, $5,000, Amazon Prime. He made a good return, basically. Long story short, which is really, really good. As always, the Adobe stuff is on the right-hand side. We kind of just leave it there because each and every term students change what they're doing in coursework. So we just chuck it on there, which is nice. And then if you go onto the second page, annoyingly, this is closed now, but we have had schools, primary schools, junior schools, many a school get in contact. 3 specifically have asked us to film their Christmas shows. I talked about this last week, I believe. But picture the scene. You're in year 1, year 2. You're one of the donkeys. I don't know, going to your and you've rehearsed your lines. I don't know. I was when I was a student. I told a joke. Donkeys don't tell jokes, but apparently that's what I did when I was in primary school. Nonetheless, nice. That was really good. That was really came out of nowhere.
I really wanted to play a different one, but I thought that was the most appropriate. But go on.
Nice. I'm very curious of what other one you're curious of playing.
Santa's coming to town.
Oh my God!
Nice. That's good.
Nice.
But we obviously grew up in a world where COVID wasn't, on the horizon. So unfortunately, the Christmas shows this year aren't having any parents turn up, which is very, very sad.
Oh,
so they
that is sad.
It is.
Yeah.
So they reached out to us and said, "Can you film it?" And then we can send them a video version. And living in 2021, it won't go on a VHS and get lost in the attic. It can actually get stored on the cloud, which is quite a cool thing. We've actually had like 12 students sign up for a variety of different reasons, because they've been to the school before, they were an ex-student, or they've got a free period and just want to get some stuff for their portfolio, because a lot of universities are like, we need to see what you've been up to. And this is a great opportunity to do that. And it's quite nice because they've been there before, so they can make their own way there, which is great, and it's during lesson time, and it's just a win-win-win for everyone involved, which is great. To be fair, when does this go out? Friday?
Yes.
If anybody else listens to this on Friday the 26th and it's like, oh, I didn't know about this, even though you have been emailed twice and it's on the newsletter, we have a meeting on... Oh, no, it definitely won't be out by that point. We have a meeting tomorrow at lunchtime.
Oh, no, it'll be out at like Friday morning. Because I normally do it period 1.
If you're listening to this and it's like 11:45 on Friday...
Pop along.
Come to the edit suite, because there'll be a meeting, and we can assign you to a show, which is cool. So yeah, that's happening. It's really, really nice. It's a win for everybody, which is lovely. I don't talk about the industry news because you should go onto the newsletter and check it out for yourself. And then, as always, you can click on the top or the bottom of the newsletter to watch the trailer for the film that's featured, which is Detective Pikachu.
I thought you forgot what the film was then.
I read.
Nice.
Which is now on Netflix. And seen.
And Finn.
Yeah, there you go. There's your recap.
Nice. Obviously, there have been some other things happening in the department this week. Can you see where I'm going with this, Steve?
Yeah.
I'm looking over at Carolina.
Oh.
Carolina, what has something like maybe gone out on our YouTube channel recently or something maybe?
There's a new green screen tutorial video.
Made by who?
Made by me.
Yay!
Finally.
Carolina's got a video on the channel.
No. Oh,
So
very
what?
exciting.
So what's it all about? Just green screening?
Yes, but in Premiere Pro
Ooh.
instead of After Effects, which, I think is easier, but I don't know.
Why change
James
programs
does
when you
not.
can get the same effect?
Yeah, well,
True
James
story.
doesn't seem to think that.
I always thought After Effects did it better.
It
I mean,
Keylight is in After Effects for a reason,
Yeah.
but if somebody green screens something well in camera, Premiere Pro will do an adequate job.
Oh, very true.
Arguably, After Effects is to fix a poor green screen, but none of our students do poor green screens, do they, team?
No,
No, they don't.
they like them
No.
correctly because they watched the How to Film Green Screen video first.
Great segue.
Available on the TechNet YouTube
What a
channel.
great plug.
You also put together something else this week that's
What?
very green and sitting by the printer.
oh my god, I'm so confused. Wait, what did I put?
What's green and sitting by the printer right now?
The Christmas tree. Aww,
Teachers came storming or skipping in saying, love the Christmas.
Yeah.
Both are very, exaggerated versions of what happened. But yeah, it split the department. Some say it's too early. However, our reasoning is we finished like a week and a bit before Christmas Day. So that's why we have set up our Christmas decorations a week and a bit before December. Yeah. So if you don't like it, then I don't know.
Tough.
Yeah.
Just don't look at it.
Just
Come up the stairs blind.
avoid eye contact.
Don't be such a Grinch.
The college Christmas tree's gone up in reception.
Well, there you go.
So I think
fair.
that's a good.
That was on
time.
Wednesday, I think, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know.
I think they put it up and then they decorated it. I think it was a 2-stage process.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know what this one is. What's this one? It's rock versions of
Nice.
Christmas. This is We Wish You a Merry Christmas
Oh,
on
yes.
guitar.
It's great. It's so festive.
It's very festive.
I mean, I can put in some like.
Do you get on board with Christmas, or are you like, nah, not till December 1st?
Oh no, I love it.
Amazing.
Especially because exactly like you said, because we finish earlier. We need to put them up earlier because what you don't want to do is come back in January and see the tree and feel sad.
Yes,
And
that is
think,
a very sad time.
Christmas
of
is over.
Oh.
So you do need to put up. Yeah, exactly.
This is far too depressing. This is meant to
That's
be
how I
joy
feel
to the
in
world.
January.
This sounds more like depression to the pod.
Oh no!
Joy to the world. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know where I got these from, but they were free to use. So,
We've
I'm
said their
using them.
purpose.
oh,
How many did you get?
I've got
They're called the little triangle things. They have a name.
bunting.
Is
just
it
forget the
festive
word.
bunting?
It is festive bunting.
It's
So-
made from like old wrapping paper.
yeah, you need to put it under the TV, Steve. You need to put it here.
Wait, it was the most logical
It's
place
like
to put
court.
it.
It's Christmas.
I'm an architect, you know, at heart. I'm
you
a
just secretly
designer.
love Christmas.
I do, but from
Yeah.
December. December, I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard the Christmas train.
It's basically December.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah. I haven't played that for weeks.
Nice.
The hype train. The
Well,
hype
that's
train
good.
cometh. But yeah, no, I'm very festive when it comes to December.
Yeah, your Instagram gets littered with your Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
calendar.
yes. I'm looking forward to
It's
your
the
advent
only
calendar.
reason I have Instagram nowadays. I don't post at any time of year except Advent calendar Lego December.
I spent £5 on my advent calendar this year.
Really?
That's a lot more than I usually spend. I've got
I-
a Reese's Pieces one.
Oh,
I just bought that one.
Isn't it? Have you seen how
Yeah.
big the number 24 is? Ooh,
Yeah.
it's like a huge
Is
snowman.
there an
Gonna be
actual
massive.
Reese's piece?
I'd hope so. I've been conned.
Well, right. What would you prefer? Now,
Oh.
Steve loves Easter eggs. Would you prefer an advent calendar of Reese's Pieces or an advent calendar where you get a small Easter egg each day?
Oh, the Reese's Pieces. I don't want a small
But-
Easter egg. We've had this
but-
discussion.
But
That gets me really cross, James.
24th, you get a full-size Easter egg.
Well, that's the
On
issue that we've
Christmas
had
Eve.
because the Easter eggs are getting smaller and smaller each year. So, what is a full-size Easter egg?
Oh.
About that big.
That's not a full-size Easter egg.
For context, I did this, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain it.
Very for context, I got really sad last year because £1 Easter eggs were adequately sized, and then they halved in size last Easter, and I was very sad. They weren't worth the £1 anymore. But the best day of the year is not Christmas Day. It's not your birthday. It's the day after
It's
Easter
Easter.
when all of the Easter eggs in all the supermarkets
price
get like
or less.
80% off, mate.
Yeah.
You get the big ones with a mug for like £1.
Get some
I
of your
usually
mugs.
give the mugs to other people and eat the Easter egg, but
Or your mug. Here you go.
pop it in people's bags and they come around and they go, I'm like, where'd this come from?
I've got something like that with my uni mates. I don't know why. This is a very large segue here. So there's this water. It's plastic and looks like a duck.
Okay.
So
Right.
imagine imagine like a duck, but
Yeah.
it's a watering can. And for some reason, this gets passed around our uni, like my uni friends, quite a lot, and it's very odd.
Even years after.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that this was an at university thing. Someone is then the holder of the duck. Obviously, we don't use the duck as a watering can. You can fill in the gaps, and you can fill in the blanks yourself. And it's a case of it just gets passed around at events. And then there was one where when we could all like meet up outside and go to and like camping was like the thing to do. So we all went camping, and then there was just this fight to see who ended up with the duck. So we're just lobbing it in people's cars as they were trying to drive away. And then people wound down the windows, lobbed it back out. We're like, no! So then, yeah, luckily I was the smart one and just locked all my doors.
Nice.
And just drove off and it just bounced off my window.
Oh, no.
I was like, haha, sucker. So yeah, I don't know who the current holder of the duck is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go. That's a segue you did not
It's a
expect.
segue. I'm not sure what that has to do with eggs or Easter.
It was just, I don't know, you were talking about mugs.
It sounds
It
like the
came in my
Halloween
head.
heist from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
That's what that duck story
It's the
sounds
duck
like.
heist.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you don't want it.
No,
It's
it's
just
the
the
opposite.
opposite.
Oh, wow.
The duck deposit? That sounds wrong.
That does not sound good.
Oh, God. Anyway, segue
dear.
back. Have you two decided what your go-to meal deals were?
Yes, I've had a think.
We
Go
do
on,
need to
Sam.
know where
Yeah.
from as well. It's
Oh,
very
yes,
important.
the store.
M&S.
Oh,
fancy.
we've gone top drawer.
Have
Top
you-
drawer with
Have
Sam.
you met me?
Yes.
Yes, it has to be the most fancy.
All right, so we've got a Diet Coke with
Yeah.
lime.
Yeah, Diet
What's
Coke with
your
lime.
main, what's your snack?
I think my main would be the 3 bean and cheese wrap that they do.
Ooh.
Yeah, very
Okay,
nice, very
fancy,
good.
Fancy.
Yeah, fancy. And then my dessert or snack would be, they do like a chocolate, is it chocolate flapjack or like a chocolate brownie?
Nice.
It's like the long one.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
yeah,
know the one you mean.
That.
Ooh,
That would be my
strong,
choice every
strong.
time.
That's a strong
Wow.
choice. Carolina, can you top?
I mean, no, I cannot say I'm that fancy. And also, we don't really have M&S in Farnham, like Central Farnham, which is weird because Farnham's fancy.
I was gonna say
and so
that-
is M&S.
Yeah.
So that's weird. It's coming to town soon. And not like, yeah, related to the Christmas song, but yeah, it's coming.
That
But
would have been the time to play it.
I was too slow on the
You're
draw.
too slow.
Sorry. Sorry, I've ruined it all. And now the programme's lagged, so you might get a ho 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 in a minute at some random point. Anyways, as you were.
so it has to be from Senos, which yes. So I think the meal would be the like mozzarella pasta,
Oh,
tomatoes.
yes.
which is fine. The only thing is cold, but you know, it's
I think there's something satisfying about
cold.
a cold pasta meal
I
deal
don't
pot, though.
know.
Because if you know what you're getting, if you know it's going to be cold, you can't be like off by it.
Yeah, but I didn't. It's like, oh yeah, it's cold. You know, I don't know. Every time I pick it, it's like, oh, but still, it's the winner. And the snack would probably be the prawn cocktail.
Walkers?
Yes,
Nice.
that is the one.
That's a good choice. Very Marmite crisp in
Marmite.
as in like you love it or you hate it.
You think?
Yeah. I'm
not as
very much I like prawn cocktail crisp. I
Yes.
think they're good.
It's very good.
I actually had prawn cocktail quavers the other day. Not any cheese or anything in it. It's instead of cheese flavour, it's prawn cocktail. It's fantastic.
Wow,
Sorry,
sounds
you.
lovely.
to
I don't know
interrupt.
what quavers are. But yeah.
They're good.
Right.
They are good.
Quavers are top tier.
Mhm.
Talking about love or hate, Marmite, yes or no?
No.
Yes.
No,
What?
yes.
Oh, Twiglets.
Yeah, so you like Twiglets but hate
I
Marmite.
don't hate Marmite. It's a bit much, but Twiglets. Oh, absolutely. What would
yeah,
your
I'm-
drink
I'm-
be? Just to
Finish
So
off.
the Starbucks caramel macchiato.
Oh, of course, because
strong,
they have
Yeah.
Starbucks.
strong.
Yeah.
See, I
Good
can't
choice, very
can't do
good.
that. Can't do that at all.
Why?
Because have we had this conversation? Because
About
obviously we
cold
go to
coffee.
yeah.
Yeah, I get
Cold
it.
coffee is just hot coffee that you've left too long. Didn't realize it got too cold.
But
You
not
sip it and
that
your whole
one.
body winces.
Not that one, surprisingly.
I've tried.
That is quite. Oh, your whole body
It's
winces.
true.
There's nothing. Have you? Well, you don't drink hot drink. Do
No,
you
I
know what I
don't.
mean? Like when you think a hot drink is going to be warm and you sip it and it's just that little bit too cold.
I do know what you mean, because I think if you have an iced coffee, it's very cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you have one that's just gone cold, it is that horrible tepid, like, ooh.
Yeah.
I do know what you mean, yeah.
That's why I can't shake that every time I get someone goes try an iced coffee. I'm like, all right, cool. That looks actually really
I
appetizing.
think it's worse if it has ice. Somehow.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just throwing out there, the internet's died. Just
Oh,
FYI.
no.
Oh, wow.
I believe it's still going, but I have no access to any of the other jingles. I only have
Wow.
the
Oh,
base
no.
set.
You have to do them yourself.
Yes.
So
Good improv.
right, I only just made Carolina's like last week, so I can try and do it if you want live.
I mean, it's a full room of ambience, so I don't know how that's going to come out.
Hang on, I can give it a whirl. All right. Ah.
That's really good. You actually, that's
Oh, that's perfect.
from Sam not hearing that ever. You've actually absolutely smashed it.
That's it. That's
That's actually
it.
it.
So that was, of course, Carolina's perfectly edited in jingle there.
Don't edit the original in, please.
Can I play it off? Can I edit it in
can that
afterwards?
segment override the original one now? So whenever that now starts, your one.
Yes.
Because you did that. That's many episodes ago. That's what I had to do. I sung a little song and you clipped it and you made it the song for. I did.
That was quite funny. Anyways, Carolina, tell us please about your video artist of the week.
I will. So video artist of the week. First of all, if I sound like I'm dying, it's because I am. And so when you guys were asking what happened this week, I was like, I got sick. That's what happened in my head. Like that's everything. Aww. But yeah, very sad. I know.
Oh wow.
I know.
But you're on the upward trajectory.
It's, well, we're getting there.
Nice.
Anyway.
Little cheer.
So, video artist of the week is Lawrence Abu Hamdan. I think that's how you pronounce it. He was born in Jordan. He's based in Beirut. And he's mostly a sound artist. And I thought James would like it.
Ooh, so you've collared my interest. Hello.
Yes, very interesting stuff. So he... essentially his work explores like the politics of listening. It's yeah. So
win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's gonna get a bit depressing, but it's very good work. So yeah. So I'll only talk about one of his video installations, and I went to see it, and it's called Walled Unwalled. It won the Turner Prize in 2018 because of course it did. He's a legend. And it's one of 3 works based on an investigation of a prison in Syria. I know. Sad.
Ooh.
So it's a performance in like a sound recording studio. I'll show pictures after I explain what it is. So it's a performance in a sound recording studio, and essentially he like tells us 3 cases, the story of the prison being one of them, where like sound and voice and like walls and the permeability of walls is like a crucial element of like the story. So it just gives you like this crazy perspective about sound and like the way that is so important in like things like memory recollection, so like the way that witnesses use it in trials and stuff like that, and also walls and how they like don't exist. So to give you an example, the first story is called Kylo versus the United States. It's a trial. I don't know if you know about it, but essentially it was what would be like a simple like drug charge. He was a drug dealer or whatever, turned into like a 10-year trial because they couldn't figure out if the heat coming from his wall was out from going from his wall to the outside was public or private property, which is insane, I think. So because they use like thermal imaging technology, is that invading his private property because they can see through the wall? Like that's insane.
Ooh,
I think.
Interesting conversation.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's mad. But obviously the biggest story is the one about the prison, which is like told through testimonies of the ex-prisoners. So essentially what it is the architecture of the prison is designed so that all of the sound echoes back to you in a way that you hear it as if it's right next to you. So it's literally insane. So the prisoners are in total darkness as well. So everything that they can recall is based on the sound, which is insane. So basically it's just building this architecture to maximize torture, because they know that they're going to be tortured next, but they never know because the sound, it could be like so far away, or it could be right next to them. It's mad, and you're in total darkness. So that's not depressing, but like insane how you do that.
It's like one sense completely taken away
Yeah.
because they just can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's only sound.
An abuse of that sense by not giving spatial awareness.
Damn.
But then they kind of like, they almost build the map of the prison with the sounds that, because I don't know, it's crazy.
Where did you see the exhibition? It was like the Tate Modern or something, was it?
Yeah, Tate, because
Nice.
definitely.
I do like the Tate Modern.
So that's, I don't know if I can see, that's the like recording studio, and then like they do these projections with the sound waves and whatnot. And
Sweet.
Oh wow.
yeah, so they project the transcripts and everything. So that's the prison. That's insane.
wow.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how it works, but like that's the thing.
It's kind of like a bit of a Y shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
So sound coming from here, like echo back here, make it seem like it's right next to the. It's, I don't know, crazy.
Yeah,
And
capital Y is a good
An upside down
visual.
capital Y. Yeah. So then the person's in the middle of that capital Y, and then all the sounds just bouncing around them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's It's insane how it does that. And then like you have the testimonies of the people and everything. So it's very cool. It's on YouTube. So
nice.
yes.
Ping us the link and we'll add it onto the description so you can have a watch/listen for yourself.
Yes.
Nice.
Sorry to be depressing, but it's very good.
Interesting.
Very good.
Well,
yeah.
we can
go on.
segue into some other art if you'd like.
Are we talking about this?
Yes.
I had
it so earlier in my head.
You know what,
Oh my
Steve?
God.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Yes. and I was going to call this. I don't know. I was trying to think of a name in my head and I just couldn't. So I was just going to play. I was just going to play the apple bite sound effect.
Oh, is it working again?
Well, this is the stock sound effects.
Oh, right.
So I've only got the basic ones. Tears. So, Sam, do you want to explain what this is?
Yes. So because James told me it was the 100th episode, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to make a bake themed around it being the 100th episode and to celebrate. So
Sam Snacks.
So I made them yesterday. They're very rustic.
Are you getting a Paul Hollywood handshake for
yes,
this?
I think if it was Bake Off, I would be stuffing. But in the junior Bake Off, not in the one for adults.
You'd be like, yes, I'm a child. My wares. So, Steve has witnessed what's inside this tin.
God.
Me and Carolina have not.
No.
I just thought I opened it. I looked straight and I just closed it straight away. I was like, we need to get a live reaction
Oh my
of
God.
these.
So, Carolina,
Yes.
would you like to? I'll go last.
Oh
I'll
my
open the tin,
God.
but don't show me. You know, I'll move the other side of the monitor so I can't see.
I will be in no way offended if you are disgusted.
Are we allowed to know anything about the bakes? Like what, like flavour or?
I'm confused. They're very good though.
Ooh.
Am I supposed to feel like, oh my god, this is so bad?
No. Like I was really
That's
impressed
the most
actually.
adorable thing.
Exactly why I
I was
closed the tin.
expecting something that's like, I don't know, looks like something else.
No, it's
or,
what-
you know, like
The reason I wanted to react is what's on it.
All right.
I did not expect what was on it.
Yes, yes.
So for context, the tin has owls.
Yeah.
Sam
Yes.
absolutely loves owls.
Yeah.
I mean,
Any
they are-
context to the love of owls?
I just love them. I think they're very sweet and
They're very wise.
Yeah, they're very wise. Yes,
Very
they're just
interesting.
lovely, calm animals. Yeah.
I have held an owl before.
Do you want to know a funny story?
Go on.
Before you open that.
Is it about owls?
So it is exactly. I wouldn't bring up the story if it was
I'm
about owls.
invested now.
Well, actually, it's actually not about owls. It was an owl impersonation. But it's one of those ones of I was a 19-year-old man when this came about, and I shouldn't have taken this long. So you know when a pigeon kind of hoots, it like goes
Yes.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Very similar to that,
Yeah.
right? An owl sounds a little bit similar, but not
Yes.
very similar
Yeah.
at all.
Oh,
I was sitting outside in my parents' house after graduating university with my current partner, early stages of the relationship, and I was like, "These owls just sound amazing, don't they?" Turns out it was just a common pigeon in the trees, and I was really ready to have an argument with her because I was like, "That's definitely an owl."
oh my god.
To the point I was like, I've spent my whole life going, I love that owl that's in that tree up there. It's so sweet. Turns out it's just a common pigeon. After years as well, literal years of being convinced, and she just looked at me with the most,
That's really
most
sweet.
disappointment.
Steve.
And I can't even lie and say I was young. I was 19. So yeah, there you go. That's my owl story. They're just pigeons to me.
Just pigeons.
But yeah, there you go.
So now I get the joy of. Smell good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. They're quite cute. They're
Oh,
quite cute and adorable.
Yeah.
They're little 100 cookies.
The 100 is amazing.
Yeah.
The 100 is
So
great.
It's amazing.
They're fine. I don't know what's wrong with them. There's nothing
as
wrong
soon
with
as I
these
saw the 100, I was
cookies.
like, I just want to see a live reaction because that was
I
great.
mean, I could see chocolate chips in there.
Yes.
Nice.
It
I can
is their
see
chocolate chip
100.
flavour.
I think this is a win.
Oh, good.
Oh, now the question is, are we doing live tasting? Or
Sure.
Are we saving that
Oh,
to
no.
It's gonna be
after?
the sound of us chewing. Oh god.
Wait, which one of you is Paul Hollywood and who's Prue?
I don't know.
And who's Noel?
I'll be Noel because I'm just chaotic.
Who knows the least about baking?
Me.
No, as in out of those three.
Me.
I'll take that role. So are they just chocolate chip?
Yeah, they're
Good.
like just milk chocolate chip. Yeah,
Nice.
and with white chocolate. The 100s are in white.
Thoughts on
chocolate
fruit
icing.
in cookies and stuff?
I'm
Yay,
fine with
nay?
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't mind.
Why are you anti-fruit
Yeah,
cookies?
I am. I'll be honest. Yeah.
All fruits.
No.
Yeah, I am anti-fruit in cookies and muffins and
And in
stuff.
bakeries and
What
Yeah.
blueberry muffins?
Yeah, not a
Or a
fan.
lemon muffin.
Not a fan.
Lemon muffins
Fruitcake?
are the
Yeah.
king.
Fruitcake?
Oh, we found the weakness of
Ooh.
cake.
Well, I'm glad I didn't
fruit-
make Owen raisin.
Fruit bread for some reason hits different because it's like a tea cake.
I do not
it's
understand
still a
your
cake.
tastes in
What
food.
are you on?
But like in like a cooked
want?
cookie.
So
What?
you wouldn't get a white chocolate and raspberry taste the difference Sainsbury's cookie, the greatest cookie ever invented.
I would actually go with the chocolate chip actually if I'm brutally
I
honest.
mean, wow.
Yeah.
I
There you go.
feel like I don't know you anymore.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I just don't put fruit in my baking. Not that I bake it
But
at
in
all.
your bread, you would.
In my bread? Not as in. Do you know like hot cross buns and stuff that you'd toast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put like little.
So a
raisins
hot
in-
cross bun's fine,
Yeah.
But not a muffin.
but a cookie with a raspberry in it,
Sin.
dead.
Sin.
Oh,
like
understand.
cheese.
It's a sin.
Like
Oh, don't
cheese.
start with the cheese stuff. Oh no.
You're never going to escape the cheese.
No.
It will follow you. It
Oh,
will
there you go.
consume you.
There you go.
Oh, crikey. Right. Well, I feel we should move on and
Yeah,
then just
sorry.
chow into these just as we go.
Absolutely.
Our next feature, which I do have the theme tune for because it was on the system for some reason, is Cheeky Little Bit Tunes of the Week. I'm not going to do that myself. That's probably the one I could probably nearly emulate if I really
You
tried.
can't say that and not try
Yeah,
it.
you would try it.
Wait, hang on. I've got to play it again.
That's good.
That was good.
It's not bad.
Nice.
Near enough. Not as good as Carolina's. I think that was way
That's
better.
spot on.
Yeah.
So I chose two songs. One is just one that I've heard on the radio that I really like, and the other is related to what I've been watching this week. I don't know if we can segue into another section
We can.
in one section. I don't want to break the rules.
I mean, here we go.
Yeah.
It's all in one now.
Oh,
These are really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive in as well.
Oh, yes. Please feel
Can I
free.
make this cookie say episode 1?
So I picked the first song, which is on the list, which is "Tell Me Something Good" by Ewan McVicar, and I'm sure you've heard it on the
Tell me
radio.
something good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
this is a banger.
Oh, it's such a good song, and actually, at the moment, there seems to be this kind of revival with sampling songs and then kind of remixing them and then putting them out on the radio. So there's so many of these songs, and I feel like we could.
Sheeran.
Yeah, I feel like we could name so many. But this is a really good one, and it's got a really good hook, exactly that you sang, James. Tell me
Perfectly.
something good. That's
Tell
it.
me something good.
It's a really, really, really good song, and I think
Episode 10.
I'm loving it.
Sorry, I'm so basic.
Got the pilot on.
I'm so,
so
base.
not.
It's just.
Sorry,
these
Sam.
are actually phenomenal. by the
Yeah,
way.
these are great
Oh, I'm
cookies.
so
Nothing better than a
happy.
good soft cookie.
Oh yes, I've done well. I'm so pleased. So yeah, that's my first song. So obviously go and have a listen. It's very good, very catchy. And I think this is Ewan's kind of first big song. So it'll be interesting to hear kind of what other songs he samples. I'm very excited for that.
Segueing, did you listen to Radio 1?
Yes.
Did you hear him doing a feature called Tell Me Something Good with Greg James in the morning?
No.
It
how
was-
good.
It was the
I love
cutest
that.
thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
Oh.
So Ewan's obviously I think he's from somewhere in Scotland, not quite
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
And so they created a feature called Tell Me Something Good. So you just say Tell Me Something Good, and then they have to go around the circle and say like something they're happy with at the moment. And then
that's so
Ewan was
lovely.
just like, "Me mum would love this." And then the next week, Greg got his mum in to play the game. And she just came up with and go, "I gave birth to Ewan" as one of the something good.
Amazing.
Oh,
And it
that's
was
so lovely.
So good. It was so good. Anyways, carry on. That was a very fun segue.
Oh, that's lovely. I love that. And then my second song is related to what I've been watching. So I'm obsessed with Office US. It's one of my favourite shows. I've probably watched it through, honestly, about 10 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I could probably quote most of the episodes. I won't.
Never seen it once.
Wow.
You've never seen it.
I know, terrible.
It
I've
is
never seen
fantastic.
it.
It is good. It is good.
It is
but
good. I recently read an article that said, because obviously the UK one came out first, which is by
yes.
Ricky Gervais, and I recently read an article that said they thought the UK version was better than the US version. So I would be interested to hear what you think.
I've watched a couple of episodes of the UK version, but I've not seen all of it.
Yeah.
The only reason being is it just seems out of my generation's time zone.
Yeah.
As awful as that sounds, it's so much older.
Yes.
So everything, the jokes that they have are very early noughties, even earlier than that. I think even came out.
It hasn't aged well, has it? Yeah,
Not
I
at all.
agree. Yeah.
etc.
Exactly.
But the US one is actually phenomenal.
It's so funny.
2 or 3 times.
At the moment for free, so if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it. Oh,
I did-
oh no! There's been a cookie disaster. 3-second rule.
Nice.
I don't trust this for.
Interestingly,
I was quick on
Students
that
are
one.
here.
I was
You were
quick on
very
that one.
quick.
my girlfriend Jade actually doesn't want to watch the US Office because
Really?
she watches it and she's like, it's too relatable that I get annoyed. I don't laugh because she works in exactly a similar style office setup, and she's like, that I know of a colleague who is that person.
I
on
had
exaggerate,
this- I had this
and I hate them for it. I don't find that funny.
I had this exact
like
same.
being at work.
I had this exact same thing watching Superstore back.
Oh, I
Because
love
when I initially
Superstore.
watched Superstore, hated it. When I went back to it, like last year, and I watched it, I was just like, this is my time at Curry's.
Yeah.
Just like I had my old manager was this person,
Yeah.
also weirdly called Glenn. I was just like, oh my god, this is my old life. It's quite funny.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, when it's like that, I get what you mean. It must just.
I
Your
can't-
other
I can't
half would just
relate.
be like, it's just like watching a video of me at work. Yeah.
He'd just be like, oh, that's Chris. Oh, that's Dave. Oh, from my
Dave.
work or something like that. And you're like, just enjoying the show.
Yeah. But no, it is.
Totally not taking pictures of cookies for our
It's
Instagram.
fine.
Nice.
You keep going. That's fine.
Because it'll be like celebratory pictures. Yeah.
To
Go on.
celebrate how good they were.
Yep.
So my second song is it's Life is a Highway, which is in The Office. If you've seen The Office US, it's when Holly is moving away from Scranton and they're moving her, and there's this really funny scene where her and Michael are moving in the car, and they've got the radio on, and this song comes on, and they sing it together in sort of quite a celebratory way, and they both just start crying. So it's quite sweet, and this isn't the original version. This is the kind of remake, and it was also in Cars the movie.
Yes, that's where I was
Yes,
going to bring that up. That's where I know that song from.
Yeah, which is very good. But it's a really good driving song. So when you're just driving around, it's quite nice to put on. It's very cheerful. And it's a nice message. So yeah, that was why I chose that one as well.
Well,
So, yeah.
those songs I'm going to put on the Where's My KitBag Spotify playlist. And you can find all the other songs on there as well from all 100 episodes.
Amazing.
There's a lot of songs on that playlist now.
I've liked it on my Spotify. So
Hey,
you've got another
the
follower.
right answer.
Of course.
It's a good playlist.
It is. There's
Good
lots of
playlist.
good tracks on there.
There's some
yeah.
absolute
I too follow it.
bops.
Yeah, I do follow it.
I follow it by default.
No, it's good. It's a good mix of songs and lots of songs I haven't actually ever heard before. So it was really good to listen to it
That's
in the
all.
car.
That's all I ever wanted. Songs that people might not have heard of before.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it.
Nice.
Nice. Right, shall we actually do the proper version of what we've been watching?
Yes.
I can't recreate this, I'm sorry.
That's good. That was good.
Oh, Sam, that's good. Might clip that.
You could also use that for a cat-themed episode or,
Meow.
or a pigeon-themed
Yeah, nice.
episode.
Yeah.
It's the animal episode. Etc. Oh crikey! So, I mean, who wants to start us off? I don't mind if you want.
We've seen similar things.
We
this
have
week.
seen similar
unintentionally.
things. Yes.
Unintentionally.
I mean, Young Sheldon. I'm still watching through that. I'm now into season 2. Love
So
it.
good.
So
Do you love
I
it?
too have started watching
I
it.
feel it's better than Big Bang Theory by quite a way.
Ooh.
Mainly,
Very different.
it's very different, but I feel I like it more because Missy is the best character.
Oh, Missy is good. She's
Missy-
so sassy.
Missy is the sassiest sass I've ever sassed.
I don't think I've seen enough of Missy then.
She is
watched 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, you need more. You need more sass.
Yeah. And I haven't seen... Not many characters have really been established yet, but it is incredible.
Yeah, you're still early doors.
Yeah, okay.
Meemaw.
Oh, I love Mima. She's my
Mima.
favourite character. She's very
Meemaw's
good.
so edgy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She is a bad influence. So yeah, there's that. Otherwise, Red Notice, obviously the one with Reynolds, Dwayne The Rock Johnson should be president but would never run for it. And we're having this discussion that's earlier. And Gal Gadot, obviously Wonder Woman herself. Thoughts, Steve?
Oh, you're going to me first?
Well, yeah, I'm intrigued.
Set the bar low, or like?
I mean, it's up to. I mean, I can set the bar low. It's all right.
There you go. I enjoyed watching it, but yeah, it was all right. It was Indiana Jones meets
meets The Rock.
meets
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, actually, that's not far off.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It was all right, quite forgettable.
Because there was a rolling under a closing door scene.
There was. I just felt like they played. Well, Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds, they just played their every character, and I didn't see a character in them. I just saw the actor.
Yeah,
and I know they were making jokes. It was very funny. It looks good. There's an overwhelming use of green screen in it, which is very noticeable. It's a good watch, but it's one of those ones of I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody.
As a turn off your brain action film,
Yeah.
a 7.
Yeah.
In terms of films against all other films, 5 at best.
Yeah, 5 is where I was going. Like, I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy watching it, which is ultimately the purpose of the film.
Yeah, you're right. Ryan Reynolds was just being Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. I don't think, if I'm honest, Dwayne Johnson didn't. I think he wasn't the right role for that character. Personally, he's great. I love Dwayne Johnson.
I mean, who doesn't?
But I don't want to spoil anything. But there's some things that's like I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. I'd be lying if I didn't enjoy it. It was good. It's a good watch. But
it's.
Unfortunately, I will forget about that film very quickly.
Don't watch it with a critical eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just watch it. Turn your brain off and go action. That's what you need. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I finally got around to seeing No Time to Die. Obviously, the new Bond. Very long. I personally felt it was slightly too long. I thought the beginning was excellent. The bit with the cemetery. I thought that was. I did not see that coming. I was like, oh, hello, something's happening here. And then it just all kind of went a bit too like not mushy, but a bit too mushy. It went a bit too kind of in the middle. And then the end, it kind of perked up a bit, and it was just like, "Bye, Daniel." Obviously, I'm not spoiling anything because I'm just saying bye to the actor. But
by mushy, do you just mean a lot of like chatting and character development?
It was. I mean, they were developing characters I didn't really care about.
Okay.
Really, I mean, I had to watch a kind of quick recap of Spectre just to refresh myself because that came out however many years ago now when I last saw it. So I rewatched a recap of that just to kind of oh yes, this is where we are. I thought Rami Malek's character was quite good.
Oh, Rami Malek.
I thought he played his role quite well, but then like the ending bits that he was in, I thought were just a bit lame. I thought they could have maybe been a bit better, but I don't know what I would have done differently. I feel if I gave it enough thought, I could come up with a different route. But it felt a bit like they ended up on, like a classic, like kind of just island in the middle of nowhere, and it was just kind of like, oh no, we're on an island. Oh, I was just like, where's the T-Rex like walking in the background? Oh, we're on Isla Nubla or something. I was just like, and then it was just kind of like, fire the missiles. I was just like, oh god, that's a bit extreme. You can stop a countdown. So. I mean, as a Bond film, I don't think it's the best Bond film for me, but I feel it was all right. Yes, that's a helicopter going over.
Somebody landing in the field.
Yeah, it's a Chinook. They're loud.
Bombs coming.
The fact I know that's a Chinook, that's equally sad. I felt like a 7 or an 8, maybe. I enjoyed it, but I felt there were things I would change.
Interesting.
Steve, are you now going to counter that you've also seen it, and then?
Oh, well, you've spotlighted me here, so I have to give you my confession. As you actually, I think you already know.
What? Oh, you haven't seen it?
Haven't seen any Daniel Craig Bond film.
You've seen none?
No, not a single one.
Don't tell Ross.
It was one of those ones, as we've had this discussion before, is
like
Casino Royale came out.
Yeah,
I've caught up with them.
Yeah.
The
789?
Not yet. Casino Royale came out. I was like, cool, that sounds really fun. And then as Quantum of Solace came out, and everyone was like, boo, hate that. And I was like, oh, well, you kind of put me off the idea. And then I think Skyfall came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, amazing!" I was like, "Oh, I need to get around to watching that." And it's just one of those ones of as the tie list, and I'm now so behind, like The Hobbit. Hobbit, that one came out. Forgot about the next one. The next one came out, and as soon as the one comes out after that, you're like, "Oh, I'm stuck in a loop now."
I mean, I'm annoyed at The Hobbit anyway in general, but
so yeah, I've actually never got around to seeing it, but I'm at that age now where I don't really. I'm not people when they go. Oh, I'm like, well, I'm actually in the better position because I get to witness these things for the first time. You've seen them,
yes, that is
so
true.
who's the real winner here? And I can binge them all.
Although I genuinely, when I watched that recap, could not remember most of Spectre
Well,
at all. I remembered like one scene, which was the watch glamour shot, and that was about it.
Nice.
I went, oh yeah, that shot. Oh, that irritated me. But yeah.
So I will get through and I will watch them all eventually, but maybe I'll get like a box set for Christmas of some kind. Do they still do box sets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is this hinting, Steve, of what you want for Christmas?
Box sets are really expensive, like
They
60
are.
quid, aren't they?
Mm.
They're really expensive.
I mean, I love you, but do I James Bond box set love you?
No, just wait till it goes on a streaming service and chuck me a link.
We're like,
That's what you need.
Amazon?
Yeah, you already have a streaming service. Just enjoy this. It'll be on Disney Plus within a year, probably.
Probably,
Yes,
yeah.
that's true.
Disney will own everything,
Yeah.
including TechNet.
Wow, that'd be great.
Imagine if we were sponsored by Disney Plus.
That would be amazing.
Watch TechNet content on Disney Plus.
Boop, boop,
Walt.
boop, 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 boop.
But yeah. Oh, I love that theme tune. It's
good.
great. What else have you seen, Steve? Seems we're with you now. Or was that it?
Red Notice, a few episodes of Young Sheldon, which we've discussed, and just a bit more Schitt's Creek,
Nice.
which is
Oh,
good.
I love Schitt's Creek. That's very good.
I'm on season 4, I believe now. And yeah, it's just materializing as everyone warned me it would be. Apparently, I was warned that it's a bit of a slow burner to begin with because you kind of have to learn the characters, so you kind of have to be aware of that. But then it does skyrocket quite quickly, and you start to really make an emotional connection with them, which is quite nice. So it's been really good. So that's kind of the only 3 things I've watched, but with them being series.
Cool.
Very good.
Carolina, have you seen anything good this week?
I mean, depends what you like.
Oh.
What you count as good.
Oh no! Have you seen something that's terrible?
Well, it's arguable. Oh, I've seen Tiger King.
Oh, I completely forgot. We've
Yes,
talked about
Steve,
this.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I've purposely
watched
not
this.
No, I've not watched it yet.
Is that a reflection of the show? If I've completely forgot that I watched it.
Yep, I think
Wow.
so. Yeah.
What do you think of it? Actually, to be fair, I actually don't have that bad opinions of it. In as bad as Red Notice, I don't think. But what do you think? 'Cause we've chatted about this,
I
haven't
don't
we?
think I'm gonna finish it.
I'm
that's
definitely
the
going to
thing.
get around to finishing it.
But like, I was just like, okay, like I get it at this point. Like they go into a lot more depth. I think. A lot. Sorry. Well, my brain is not functioning. So they go into a lot more depth about the story. So like the husband of the
Don Lewis.
Donald, yes,
Still
that's
missing
the
in
one.
action.
What else? Like, they just go on and on and on about loads of little details, and I'm like, I don't know if I care this much.
As savage as it sounds, it's not a second season. It's a recap. It's what's happened. It's a life
that's
after
what's put-
life
that's
after
disappointing.
Tiger.
That is what has immediately put me off watching it. I don't think I will.
It is
Series
interesting.
1 was so good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch anything, watch the second episode because they, as Caroline says, they really cover the Don Lewis thing because it really opened up a lot of discussions.
Yeah.
But the first episode, they just cover the presidential pardon. Time she walked down the street, they'd say that to her. And it's like I appreciate that there's all these scandals, but that is another human being, and at the moment she is innocent. As whatever she does in terms of her rescue, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called.
Sanctuary.
The sanctuary. That's it. You can have your opinions, but not life. We don't know what happened with Don, and apparently episode 2 does shed a bit more light that he's not what everyone thought he was. But he's just savage, like. So I do sympathise with her a lot.
I don't think I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm sort of put off now. I think I don't want to ruin it.
Unless Carol Baskin hooks up with Baskin Robbins, then I'll be invested.
Now that is a series I would watch.
Now that would be a sponsorship deal. Carol Baskin Robbins.
They do cover this really interesting controversy with her going on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
And then apparently,
Yeah.
Don Lewis's family paid for an advert to be put on in between Dancing with the Stars, being like, "Do you know what happened to Don Lewis?"
No.
And it's a really serious lawyer advert, and that ruffled a few feathers, which was that was quite interesting. But yeah, I'm actually kind of, bigging it up. There was some interesting things happen. I'm definitely going to finish watching it, because why release a 5-episode series if you knew it was...
Would. But now it's just like, okay, I know the story. I'm just like...
Here's a conspiracy theory that I've been thinking about, or a hypothetical. Do you think they started filming expecting Trump to give him the presidential pardon, and they put all that funding into filming that and documenting that, and then when that didn't materialize, they were like, well, we've spent all this money documenting all this, we've got to make something out of it? Because if he'd have got out and he'd had that presidential pardon, season 2 would have been absolutely incredible in terms of what he got up to, how he dealt with the press, because who knows what that would have been like. But because that didn't happen, it kind of just flatlined a bit. But you put money into a production like that, investors want return, so like, well, release it, see if we can get some revenue out of it. We're talking about it now, so
that's true. It's done its job.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
true.
So, but that's where I'm like, that's why it exists, because I think they thought that he was going to get out. Everyone did think he was going to get the presidential pardon. It was only because of COVID, didn't it? Somebody in the family, is that what it said? Somebody in the family got it, so the meeting got cancelled between the lawyer and
Trump did get COVID.
That it might have been as simple as that. That they went to the White House to have the meeting about the presidential pardon, and it had to get cancelled because of COVID, and it never happened again. So.
Well, mate, I don't know. I'm not sure whether to watch it now. Maybe I will.
I'm curious.
I'm in team no.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered. It's not lured me in.
It's not.
No. Carolina, have you watched anything else this week?
Not really.
That's fine.
No, lots of YouTube, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a bit of YouTube though?
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
God, I'm so bored.
Obviously, just watching Technet Channel on Loop, aren't we?
Yeah,
of course.
Sam, round us off. What have you been watching this week?
Well,
or recently?
That's quite a list. I feel like that looks like
That
I
is
just
a big
sit and watch
list.
TV all the time.
So we've covered The Office for the 100th time.
Yeah.
What else have you got on there?
So I went to see The Eternals.
Oh,
Have you guys seen it?
I want to see it, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued of your opinions.
Okay, so no spoilers.
Nice. I do have a spoiler warning.
Oh,
if
do
in
you?
doubt.
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
if required.
I don't think what I will say will be a spoiler, but
Okay.
if you need to edit the spoiler warning in afterwards, I'll pause before I say it.
My mouse is on it. I'm ready to fly.
So I think the film was good. The casting is amazing.
Nice.
I think it could have been 2 films. I think it was very rushed.
Ooh.
So they try and go through everybody's kind of backstories, all the characters, and they try.
There's quite a lot of them, isn't there?
There's loads of characters, yeah, and I feel like they rushed through it. I feel like it could have been 2 films, and I felt a bit disappointed at the end because I thought, I'd have liked to have known more about that character, or I'd have liked to know. I had more questions, and I wanted. I don't want another one. I wanted that bit in more detail. So I think it could have been 2 films. And maybe this should be where you put the spoiler alert.
Oh.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure it is a spoiler, but you know when you wait at the end and there's the credits and they release it, there was 2.
Marvel loves a post-credits
They
scene.
do love a post-credits, and there was 2. So there was one in the middle of the credits and one right at the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a good film. I've enjoyed it. It was fine. And then in the last one, Harry Styles is in it.
What?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
What the bleeding
And
hell's he doing there?
Completely took me out of the film. I was like, well, that's Harry Styles.
Oh, Harry Styles.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's...
Golden.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was... Yeah. I'll be intrigued to see what you think as well, if you think the same. But
Interesting.
that ruined it for me. I was like,
Oh.
well, where's the rest of One Direction? That was how I felt.
Yeah. You know what's up.
But yeah, it was good. I would give it out of 10. I'd maybe give it a 7 or an 8, maybe.
That's all right.
Because I liked the idea.
Nice.
It was a really...
Pay me money.
Yes, it is exactly like that. That exact feeling of, that's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why said Sheridan in the north?
Yeah,
King of the North.
Why is
I'm
he?
a ginger. What? King of the Gingers. That'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Neddy Sheeran.
He's also in Red Notice.
I was going to say, isn't he in Red
Yeah,
Notice?
he's. To be fair, I will
Yeah.
actually give him a shoe. He's actually fantastic in Red Notice.
Is he
He's
good?
really funny.
Is he performing in it?
He may or may not be performing in it.
Oh.
He's in a scene which has no relevance, and it's just
It's
just
great.
breaks up the narrative with this really silly little scene, which is actually fantastic. But it does the opposite of that, because ours is, as you're saying, it's a very serious narrative where you want to learn
Yeah.
about characters. This was he could have. He is Ed Sheeran in the film.
Yeah.
So
it's Ed being Ed.
He's playing
rather
himself.
than Ed being.
He actually says, "I'm Ed Sheeran" at one stage.
Yes.
So
like Ronnie Pickering.
nice.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's a good.
that is a good reference. But yeah, there you go.
Nice. Have you seen anything else, Sam?
Yeah, I have two other things.
Go for it.
So I all of course, binge watch it. Just
Came out
saying.
yesterday.
Yeah, it came out this morning. It's called, and I don't know if you've heard of Naked and Afraid as a survival show.
Yes,
Have you
don't
guys
they
heard of
just
that?
dump nude people in a forest and be like, Bear Grylls,
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, 100%. But this is Naked and Afraid of Love.
Oh,
So
no.
it's
So, right. Are they afraid because they're naked, or are they afraid of being in love?
both.
Oh,
It's
no.
both.
No.
It's both.
It
was-
I need to Google this.
Yeah,
program.
you do.
This
It
film.
was-
What's this on?
Is it Discovery Plus? So
Oh,
yeah.
that's a niche
the
channel.
worst thing is that I think we may have paid extra to watch it, but
Okay.
it may be an extra thing. But I'm fine with that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. It was good. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was. I don't think they did much survival.
Oh, it's also on Prime.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
on Prime.
There you go.
Nice. Don't need no Discovery Plus.
Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was quite funny. It was quite interesting. The characters they've chosen are really like the people. They're not characters, but the personalities they've chosen are quite interesting to watch. So yeah, again, you could watch it if you're switched off and you just want to kind of binge watch
giggle at
something
someone's
easy. Yeah,
expense.
exactly. Yeah.
I just read a fantastic line in this article. The pairs assess each other and all of them try to maintain eye contact in equays
Yes.
instead of looking at each other's equipment.
Oh my God.
That means survival equipment. God.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I just read that. It just absolutely broke me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll give it a
crikey.
watch. It's, you know,
Alright.
it's interesting. It's a bit different. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I watched it all. And they do, which I always love, they do a what happened 6 months later. I'm like, oh, the drama.
Okay.
There's so much
I
drama.
don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I recommend it.
Episode 12, clothes on, gloves off.
Yes.
No way.
That's the 6 months later episode.
Ah.
It really kicks
Gloves
off.
off. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
There's some storming off.
Oh, wow.
So prepare yourself.
Oh, crikey.
There's quite high levels of drama.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the
All right,
last
put that
thing.
on the list.
Yeah, put it on the list. Yeah. And the last thing I saw, which is I actually went to go see Russell Brand last Friday.
Oh, wow. Oh, a live.
Yeah, live.
An in-person review.
Yeah, in-person review.
Wow.
And I took my mum with me.
Nice.
because
Nice.
my friend that I was supposed to go with couldn't go, so my mum was like, and I've never seen him before live. Obviously, I know who he is, and I have seen him in person, but it was because I saw him when I went for afternoon tea once. Like, is that Russell Brand? And it was him. But yes, and this is actually the first time I've seen him live. He was very, very funny, and he wasn't. I think I expected him to kind of just be overly rude, and that would be like the joke. But actually, it wasn't. It was about kind of lockdown, his experience of lockdown, and how he's changed as a person. So
It's
it
very
was
spiritual
Yeah,
now, isn't he? Very
really very
existential
spiritual.
as well. I think it's a good
yeah,
adjective to describe
yeah.
him.
He was talking about when he met the Dalai Lama.
Wow. It's pretty cool.
And yeah, no, really cool. It was really good. But something did ruin it a little bit, and this is interesting. I want to hear what you guys think. So it was at G Live in Guildford, so
Nice.
not a massive venue, which is
Yeah.
really nice, and we were 5 rows from the front, so we were quite close, which was nice. I like that. I felt like he was, talking to us, which was really good, and
Yeah.
he's got that kind of very conversational style where you feel like he's kind of talking to you, which is, I think, is really good, really personal. But there was a couple in the front row. And at the start of the performance, so the performance started at 6 o'clock, which is very early, but the reason for that is because he wants to go to bed early because, he's got kids and a job, so he wants to have an
Don't
early
blame him.
night.
Yep.
He started and he sort of
Kinda cool.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And it cost £33. So
Nice.
33
Nice.
everywhere. So as the show went on, they were talking louder and louder and louder and didn't stop talking. And he kept sort of telling them off, but sort of doing it in a kind of light-hearted, jokey way. And then it got to about 20 minutes before the end, and he took the microphone and was hitting it against the speaker, saying, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." And these people were still talking. And then eventually he was sat on the stage doing his kind of final kind of bit and sort of summing up what's happened. And he said, "No, I've had enough of this." and called his security guard and threw the 2 people out and said, no, I'm not having this anymore, and wasn't joking at that point. And yeah, they were thrown out with G Life.
Wow.
I know. And it was interesting because I read some comments about it afterwards. I thought, I wonder what happened.
Yeah.
And there was lots of people saying, oh, it's really good you threw them out and you shouldn't do it. And other people were saying, oh, you should have said something, but, everyone cheered when they got thrown out. And people were saying it was like mob mentality.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
It was so interesting. So they were sat in the front row. So they probably paid quite a lot of money to see him and talk the whole way through.
I don't understand why be so disrespectful.
That's like talking in the cinema.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
it's exactly the same.
Almost sounds like he did pretty well, things considered.
He handled it really well. But as I say, I think everyone, even the most patient person runs out of patience. And I think he absolutely ran out of patience by the end.
Wow.
And his security guard was quite scary. So, but yeah.
I
was really surprised.
Could you catch what they were talking about? Was it about anything relevant?
Was it that loud? Or? You could be like, oh, I'm hearing about they're talking about love and Naked and Afraid of Love.
No, because I'd have joined in, then I'd have been thrown out. No, I think they were just chatting to each other. Just sort of talk. They weren't heckling him. And there was a heckler, and Russell dealt with him really well. He was just like, you've paid to see me, not that bloke. So shush. But yeah, no, they got thrown out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Yeah, I think so. He was just like, I'm not having enough of this. That's it. I've had enough. And just threw him out. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I don't blame him in the slightest.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't. And he said, I'm working, and you're talking over me.
Yeah.
So.
And his job is to use his voice to entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
yeah.
You need to hear what I'm saying, not what you lot are waffling on about.
Exactly. And although it's kind of conversational, he's obviously got a script in his head of what he's going through, and all that sort of thing.
God, I'm just thinking if that was me, I felt the first thing I would have done is be like, guys, shut up.
Yeah.
Then carry on. Then if they did it again, I'd just like bring the mic to them so everyone else could hear what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Just stand there and be like, you done yet?
Yeah.
And then make a kind of mini comedy routine out of that.
Yeah.
Then that's like strike 2.
Yeah.
Strike 3. Yeah. I don't. Ooh. Yeah. That's just rude.
It was. I thought it was really rude. So
it's like students talking over you while you're trying to teach.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
Yeah.
It's like, pardon me.
Yeah.
Trying to help you learn here.
Yeah.
He's trying to entertain you.
Yeah, exactly. He said, people have paid to see this, and you're talking. So.
One final question for you, Sam. Did you clap and cheer when they were thrown out?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you abstained.
I abstained. Yeah, I abstained.
A posh nod.
Yeah. Yes. I was like...
A side nod.
An M&S nod. Yeah.
M&S nod.
No, I thought best not to join in with it, just because,
You're not a cookie, though. Ooh, bit pricey.
Yeah, it was huge.
It's like a novelty check, but as a cookie. Yeah. We were talking about novelty checks earlier this week. Yeah.
Were we?
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, I think it was just me and Dan.
Okay.
Oh, me and Dan. Yeah.
It did not ring any bells there.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Novelty who?
I don't know what it was for. It was for like the funding for something or other. We thought, can we just ask for it as like a giant novelty check, even though it might be like 20 quid. So I want a giant novelty check.
I think novelty check's expensive.
Yeah, they're probably worth more than the 20
the
quid it would
check.
be. Oh, crikey. But yeah, I mean, is that everything you've seen, Sam?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is very good. They've gone.
I know.
So I've just got to deal with this instead. That's all I've got. Just a gentle apple being bitten into. Can confirm, not me. Anyways, thank you very much for listening to episode 100 of Where's My Kit Bag. We'll be back next week with some more japes. We'll see if we can, coerce some more guests. Do we have any shout-outs, Steve, from people in the edit suite?
Oh, yes. Catherine and Imi asked for a shout-out.
There we go.
This is your shout-out. And they would like to feature on the podcast soon, but they couldn't really think of an idea to bring to the table. Because if students like to join us, we like to give them a topic to kind of chat about.
Yes.
Maybe if their experiences as a student rep or something that they've been working on, or, I don't know.
Something.
Pitch
it to us.
So, yeah, if you've got any suggestions for them, drop us an email.
Yeah.
Carolina, where could they contact us?
I guess they can send us a DM on Instagram. Is that what you're looking
That,
at?
or they could email us or technet@farmer.ac.uk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our Instagram handle, though?
Oh, it's F6 media film.
Nice.
I'm learning.
It's good.
Every time it gets
I'm
better because I never
It's
know.
not at F6 Media Film. I'm learning then. Just for clarity.
there is a space.
I'm learning. Oh God, can we have a feature called "I'm Learning"?
Can we bring something new to the table?
Yeah, that could be what the students do. I'm learning. They teach
What
us
have
something.
they learned?
Yeah, they teach
Yeah.
us something.
It's just a consolidation
Yeah.
session.
Yes, get some
Great
revision.
idea.
I've got some mocks to mark. Yay! I can't wait. It'll be good fun. But yeah, otherwise, you can obviously catch the songs on the Where's My Kit Bag Spotify playlist on Spotify. And of course, you can hear this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, SoundCloud, and anywhere else that gets your podcasts, basically. And YouTube. You can find us on our own channel. Otherwise, I've been James.
I've been Steve.
I've been Carolina.
I've been Sam.
Yay!
Nice.
I love it when guests join in.